If this video has reached you, it isn't by accident. Nothing in this universe happens without reason. Every wave, every event is born of a cause. When your life is about to change in a profound way, the universe begins to send you signs, sometimes through a stranger's words, sometimes through a book, and sometimes through something as simple as a video like this one. The voice you hear right now may be the very voice your soul has been waiting for. Remember, the universe only speaks when you are ready to listen, when your soul is prepared for transformation. Maybe lately you've been tired, heavy, or hopeless. Maybe you've felt like nothing is moving forward. But it's in such moments that the seed of awakening is planted. Paramahansa Yogananda said that when a person aligns with the divine plan, life itself starts drawing the right events toward them. So if this video has appeared before you, know this: something new is being written for you by the universe. Be still for the next few moments. What you're about to hear is not just sound, it's a message meant for your soul. Have you ever noticed how certain events in life unfold as if guided by an invisible hand? That's why this moment is happening, not coincidence, but a message, a whisper that something deep inside you is ready to awaken. When the soul prepares for change, the universe responds in its own language, sometimes through people, sometimes through an experience, sometimes through a few quiet words that reach straight to the heart. That same current of energy has brought you here, now. Paramahansa Yogananda once said, "The moment you begin seeking God, He begins seeking you." And when that meeting happens, life changes forever. This moment right now is not random. The message before you is your own soul answering back. Nothing in life happens by chance. Every meeting, every thought, every emotion is a piece of a divine plan. Those who realize this become the true creators of their destiny. Yogananda was born in an age when people believed spirituality belonged only to monks. But he shattered that illusion. He showed that even one living a householder's life can reach the same liberation as a saint in the mountains. His autobiography of a yogi has touched millions of hearts. In it, he wrote that a person shapes destiny through thought. Pure thoughts create a luminous life. Impure thoughts cast it into darkness. Master the mind, and you master fate. If you are listening now, it means the universe is trying to stir your inner energy. Maybe you've been exhausted, feeling there's no way forward. But remember, awakening hides behind exhaustion. Just when a person feels ready to give up, a new strength is born within. That same strength is speaking to you now. Yogananda often said, "God always answers, but man is lost in noise." So listen to your inner silence, because that's where transformation begins. If this message has reached you, it means your time has come. Your soul is calling you to wake up, to take charge of your destiny. For as Yogananda taught, man is not a small being, he is the center of infinite power. Whatever seed you plant in your thoughts is what grows in your life. If you plant fear and doubt, that's what you'll harvest. But if you plant faith, love, and courage, your life will bloom into miracles. Yogananda said, "Thought is the creator of destiny. Change your thoughts and your world will change with them." When the soul begins to awaken, the unseen gates of the universe start to open. Energy shifts. Opportunities arise on their own. Life slowly turns toward light. The days ahead are not just time passing, they are a calling, a sign that your inner light is about to grow stronger. When the inner self is ready, the outer world reshapes itself. That's why true change always begins within. Yogananda taught, "Before seeking outer success, learn to calm the mind. Restlessness is the illness of the mind. Peace is its medicine. Every day, close your eyes for a few minutes. Breathe deeply. Listen to that still space inside where God resides. When the mind quiets, the path becomes clear. That peace is the first gate to your destiny. The second gate is gratitude. Yogananda said, "Gratitude carries the heart into God's presence." When you give thanks for even the smallest blessings, the warmth of the sun, the cool breeze, the smile of a stranger, the universe sends you more reasons to be thankful. Gratitude slowly clears the darkness within and fills you with new energy. The third gate is the power of positive intention. Every thought carries a vibration, and every vibration connects to the universe. If you keep thinking, "Nothing good ever happens to me," that very vibration returns to you. If you keep repeating to yourself that nothing good ever happens, that energy will circle back to you again and again. But if you say with faith, "My life is changing, I am walking on God's path," then every force in the universe begins to stand beside you. Yogananda said, "Hope is a magnet. It draws toward you exactly what your mind is focused on." So turn your thoughts toward light, toward love, toward God. And now comes the fourth and most sacred practice conversation with the divine. Yogananda taught that prayer is when you speak to God, and meditation is when God speaks to you. He is not some distant watcher in the sky. He is your closest friend, resting quietly within your own heart. When you talk to him with sincerity and affection, he always answers, sometimes as a thought, sometimes as a sign, and sometimes as a wave of calm that suddenly fills you. This quiet dialogue slowly reshapes your direction. Despair is an illusion of the mind. The soul never loses faith. Yogananda reminded us that every dark night is followed by a new dawn. So if your life feels dim right now, remember, light is already on its way. The coming days could mark the beginning of your new morning. Keep the lamp of faith burning, for God always lifts the one who refuses to give up. When destiny is about to turn, life tests your patience. Just as a farmer prepares the field before rain, the universe tests the soil of your faith. When everything seems to fall apart, that's often when the rebuilding begins. Yogananda said, "Darkness is nothing but the absence of light, and the one who lights the lamp within can face any storm outside." So if you choose steadiness over surrender now, the days ahead will hold miracles. Change is not an external magic, it begins from within. When you shift your thoughts, energy, and actions, destiny must shift with them. That's why Yogananda called meditation and inner communion the greatest sciences. Because real meditation doesn't awaken the mind, it awakens the soul. He said, meditation is the bridge that links the soul to the infinite. When you sink deep into that silence, the waves of the cosmos begin to move through you. It's not about closing your eyes, it's about opening your awareness to that consciousness breathing through all creation. And when this connection becomes alive, fear fades. You begin to feel, I am not alone. God is within me. Meditation is that sacred moment when destiny's script starts to dissolve and the soul begins to write its own story. So what should you do over the next few days? Yogananda said, the first step, brighten your thoughts. Even if life feels hard, people don't understand you, or the road seems dark, keep repeating within, everything is happening for my highest good. The universe is on my side. Such thoughts will quietly start reshaping your destiny. The second step, silence. When you sit in stillness, you begin to hear a subtle music rising from within. That sound isn't coming from outside, it's your soul calling you home. Yogananda said, God speaks through silence, and those who listen find the way. The third service, When you bring light into someone else's life, you invite the sun into your own. Service doesn't need wealth. It needs love, a smile, a kind word, a simple act of compassion. Every time you plant a seed of kindness, the universe returns that blessing many times over. The fourth prayer, but not a prayer made of empty words. It should be the cry of a child reaching for its mother. Hold me, God is not far. He is as near as your own breath, as intimate as your heartbeat. Speak to him like your closest friend. Show me the way. Give me strength. Teach me to live in your light. When this relationship becomes real, answers begin to appear, sometimes as a feeling, sometimes as a sign, sometimes through another person. That's the moment when the soul finally says, I am ready. My time has come. Sometimes life sends a quiet morning to your doorstep, not just another day, but a signal that something deep within you is about to shift. Yogananda said, every transformation is first born in the temple within. Only then does the outer world reflect it. When the soul awakens, God begins to arrange extraordinary coincidences along its path, and maybe that's why this message has found you today. Remember, life's tests are not punishments, they are invitations. Just as gold is refined by fire, the soul is polished by difficulty. As Yogananda said, trials do not come to destroy you, but to awaken you to your hidden power. These days, these very moments are signs of that awakening beginning within you. If this message has found you, it means your time has come. The universe is whispering, now you are ready. Within you, a quiet strength has awakened, a calm courage that can turn possibility into reality. When you sit in silence and go deep within, you begin to hear that subtle sound not from outside, but from your own soul. That sound is the language of God. Yogananda said, be calmly active and actively calm. When your mind is still and your actions come from awareness, the universe begins to work with you. Fear doesn't always come from the world around us. It often rises from the pictures we create inside. But when the soul stands firm, fear dissolves. God loves brave souls. Yogananda once said, the season of failure is the best time to sow the seeds of success. So when things appear to fall apart, smile, because that's when destiny begins to turn. Faith is the invisible thread that ties the soul to the divine. But true faith is not only trust in God, it is also trust in that divine spark within you that never dies. Think of how many times you've fallen, only to rise again. Where did that strength come from? It was the same consciousness that breathes through you at every moment. When you trust that power, the universe bends in your favor. Yogananda said, faith in God can produce any miracle except one that breaks his laws. When your faith flows in harmony with truth, nothing in the cosmos can stop you. That faith turns every action into a blessing. In the days ahead, go inward. Sit in silence. Pray not with words, but with the heart. Speak to God as a child speaks to its mother. Give me courage. Give me peace. Show me the way. And you'll begin to see the very paths that once seemed closed will start to open. True miracles happen when you realize who you really are, a soul, not a body. Yogananda said, the secret of happiness lies in self-expansion. When your love, awareness, and faith begin to expand, life itself becomes a divine melody. There come moments in life that are not ordinary, they are turning points of the soul. The coming days are such a threshold. As Yogananda said, every tomorrow is shaped by the thoughts you hold today. So if you fill your mind with divine thoughts, align your actions with truth, and keep your faith steady, destiny will bow before you. Right now, the universe is reading your energy and deciding what the next chapter of your life will be. Transformation never begins outside. It is born in the silence within. When you listen to the music of your soul, you realize destiny isn't a mystery. It's a reflection of your own consciousness. Yogananda said, "The greater the will, the greater the flow of energy." When your will aligns with the will of God, the whole universe moves to clear your path. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, did this video appear by chance? No. It's a calling, a key sent to unlock the power that's been asleep inside you. Now is the time to recognize that eternal strength that's always been yours. Your soul is infinite, beyond limits, beyond form. The walls that hold you are only creations of the mind. When you see this truth, you realize fate is only a shadow, and the real light lives within you. Yogananda said, "You don't have a soul. You are a soul, and you have a body." When this realization dawns, the impossible begins to unfold. The days ahead are not just dates, they are the beginning of a new journey. A journey that will be written by your prayers, your courage, and your faith. Close your eyes now and say to yourself, "I am ready." Feel the divine energy flowing around you, through you. Sense that something inside is becoming lighter, calmer, brighter. This is the moment when destiny begins to turn slowly but permanently. Yogananda said, "Live quietly in the moment and see the beauty of all before you. Accept what is with love and trust what is coming with faith." That is true devotion, the vision that transforms an ordinary person into a divine being. Let this message sink deep into your soul. The coming days can become a blessing if you stay aware, grounded, and grateful. Say to yourself, "I am a child of God, and whatever happens in my life will lift me higher." That is surrender. That is freedom. That is the doorway to the new dawn your soul has long awaited. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to Scipio's Dossier, like this video, and write in the comments, "I am ready. My life is changing," so that more souls can receive these daily rays of awakening. Thank you